on the show. It's race number 8 and the final leg is over the 1200 metres. It is a Class 3. Gold Marquis, first up, very impressive, but will have to carry an extra 10 pounds and do it from barrier 12 this week. Adios, 2 starts at the distance for a win and a place. Happy Sharing has a better draw. Red Lion, now he goes to the 1200 metres again after running 4th on debut in Hong Kong. Here comes Ted. He's now Lyle Hewitson from barrier number 2. Exponential, a 3-time course and distance winner. Beauty Glory comes into the race to replace Solid Impact. Draws barrier 1, carries 135 pounds though for Ryan Moore. Mr Valiant second time at Happy Valley, and Stormtrooper comes up with a wider draw of barrier number 11. Over to the speed map now, Nick, and with Beauty Glory coming to the race, he has shown pace in the past and he's drawn barrier number 1. Is that likely to change things too much?
Look, possibly. We know he has shown pace, as you say, and look, he might well opt to maybe try and press forward, but I don't think he will. I think Exponential might be the type to go forward. Obviously, Zach Purton has landed the ride on him, and he's got plenty of track now, so wouldn't shock if he made a bit of use of him. California Veins is one that can race forward. He's drawing gate number 5, so first go around Happy Valley, however, so that'll be something new for him. And Pleasant Endeavour up on the outside there of that graphic. He's drawn 10. But he has shown some good pace in the past. And Happy Sharing, look, he won't be too far away either, Paul, given what we've seen from him recently.
The query's Red Lion for me, because he led all the way from a wide draw last time and did, when I say led all the way, he finished 4th, but he's the query where he's going to know. Beauty Glory, as you say, Mark, used to lead, but this season he hasn't, and when he won his race, he did come from 7th.
Okay, so that's why he is 3 back on the inside, getting a nice run on the rail is Beauty Glory. Exponential as a horse who's very, very consistent. His trainer is Douglas White.
Douglas, Exponential is one of your runners on Wednesday night in the IJC leg, the 4th leg. He's a horse, Douglas, very consistent around here.
Yeah, he's been very consistent. You're right. You'd like a couple of them in your yard. You know, he turns up and he's rock solid with his form. He's had a few ordinary draws, but he still has managed to overcome that and be competitive. You know, he's got Zach on him with a nice gate of 6, so he should get his chance. And
that run last time was only just nosed out behind Starborough. I mean, he's a fairly useful yardstick, so the form's definitely up there with the majority.
It looks like the form's holding up, and as we've all seen, he's pretty consistent, and he's come back from Chung Fa. He seems to excel going up there. He's come back and he seems in good order.
I guess the most interesting angle is the fact that you have got Zach Purton riding. Obviously, there's been a bit in the news this week. Obviously, you've won 3 IJCs as a rider. Zach's won 3, and I guess you might potentially help him to win a 4th.
Well, if he's going to win on one of mine, I'd love to help him.
Just on this concept, I mean, this championship, I mean, it's something that I imagine you probably embraced in your time as a jockey.
Yeah, it's great competition. You know, you've got the best of the best coming out here to compete, and you do need an ounce of luck with draws and obviously the quality of horses. But in my opinion, the quality of horse that is running last year and particularly this year has increased substantially. So each jockey should have a more even chance. But it's a great highlight. You know, it's something that each and every jockey comes out here to try and win.
They're all world-class riders, that goes without saying, but I suppose when you've got Zed Purton on, there's just that extra little bit of sort of, you know, luck taken out of the equation, if you will, just the fact that he knows the place so well.
Well, he knows Happy Valley inside out, yeah. So he could probably go around there with his eyes closed. So he does have a slight advantage.
Look at Douglas's hair. It's only an inch off a mullet.
It's fantastic.
Yes. No, very good.
You're just trying to throw me under the bus there by adding nothing, did you? You're scared of Douglas. All right, we'll move on with some more replays now, Nick, and start with Gold Marquis. This was a devastating turn of foot first up, but things more in the favour of Adios this week as far as draws and weights go.
Yeah, for sure, and that's exactly what I've got written down here as well. Good turn of foot, and that's what won in the race, but he's got 9 pounds more to carry, wide draw. Handicap has put him up 8 points for this, but look, it was very good. He's put the race to bed in the blink of an eye, and Adios has obviously run his race as well. He's beaten a fair one there, Paul.
Yeah, he has. Now, I really like the way Mr Valiant finished off there as well in 4th. He really had a bit of a red flashing light on his head as well. So I like the way he finished.
All right, good report for Mr Valiant from Paul. We move on, Paul, to Namjong Singh's Happy Sharing, who's been racing really well for Pierre. Red Line, as you mentioned in the speed map, went forward here. Stormtrooper might have just found his mark in this grade, and Beauty Glory's back in the field.
Yeah, so he finishes back, but he's drawn nicely. I'm going to take Red Lion out of this race because this was his debut run in Hong Kong. He drew 12. He came across and he led the whole way and just he still fought on, I thought, strongly. That's why I thought they just might take a bit of cover with him in this particular contest. But look, it was a good debut run from him.
It really was, yeah. He's kept on nice. I mean, both of his wins in Ireland are over 1,400 metres, and he might get further in time. And as for Happy Sharing and Namjong Singh's, again, it just goes to show how competitive these races are.
Absolutely. And what about Pleasant Endeavour, Nick? He seems to have come back from a break and really thrived in the break. He's only had the 2 starts for a win and a placing.
Absolutely. Look, he's racing extremely well. You really can't fault him. I mean, look, his recent form has been at Sha Tin, but he's capable here. He actually won over course and distance off of 52. That was a little while ago. So, look, he's a bit higher in the weights now, Paul, but James McDonald's on board, so the world's best.
Yes, exactly. And look, the thing with Pleasant Endeavour, though, is barrier 10. With all that pace underneath him, it worries me a bit with him.
He's a member of the Ricky U stable. Ricky taking some in-form horses to Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Finally, California Veins, Paul. Now, this is a second last start for him. As Nick said earlier too, it's his first look at Happy Valley. He hasn't trialled here. This second behind Phoenix Light, he had a claim for Angus Chung, so carries an extra £10 for Tom Marquand.
Yeah, so he's going to carry extra weight, and he's coming to Happy Valley for the first time. His running style suggests he'll be okay at Happy Valley, but there's still that little bit of unknown, and this is a really strong race. Look, I looked at him a couple of times, but I never put him in the end.
Yeah, look, I totally agree with that. I think, this race is very, very deep, very competitive. More weight on his back's not going to make it any easier, and the fact he's never had a look round here under race conditions is obviously a little bit of a negative.
All right, so err on the side of caution with California Veins from the boys. You've already let us in who your top selection is.
Yeah, I'd really like that run from Mr. Valiant, and I think he can win this race. He's going to be a big price too, so he'll be my each-way play for the meeting. Red Lion was a really good debut run from him, and I think he has improved from that run, so he's the danger. And then the 2 favourites, Adios and Exponential, 11, 5, 3 and 7.
Yeah, I've gone the 7 Exponential. I think it might well transpire and be the story of the evening, the fact that Zach Purton's riding for Douglas White and it is the last leg, so he might well help him win the IJC for a 4th time, but we'll certainly take the chance that he will, and we'll put him on top. Adios in for 2nd, has been racing well. He's got a good draw. Silvestre de Souza, I think, can suit a horse like him. Gold Marquis goes in. Look, it's going to be much tougher for him from a wide draw, but again, luck of the draw will have it that Matthew Chadwick is on board, and he rode him last time, so that's got to be a plus. And Happy Sharing the 4. Can't really fault his recent racing. He goes forward, he's well drawn, Hugh Bowman's on. There's enough to like for me. 7, 3, 1 and 4.